did not mention that. I wish he would have, because I think he was literally trying to get rid of a bunch of stuff that he did not want to lug around any longer. And I don't know if he knew this didn't work or not. I am kind of mad about it, because I wish he would have at least told me, because he did seem like the kind of guy that knew what he was doing with his games. He probably had more GameCubes for himself anyway. He was just trying to get rid of one of the uglier looking ones. So if he knew this didn't work, I am pretty upset about that, because he did not say anything about that. But I really can't complain, I guess, because the rest of the stuff here is really cool. So I'll get into that. But the reason the bottom piece is missing for the GameCube is because it came with another Game Boy Player adapter. Very nice. Again, no disc. I don't know what the deal with that is. Why do you have the Game Boy adapter if you don't have the disc? But not my call. But anyways, very clean. You know, not too bad a shape. So I'll end up selling that, you know, or hold on to it. Maybe I'll find a disc somewhere and sell it like as a unit, because you could probably get like $60 with a disc, with the Game Boy disc. So it's a pretty big piece. So that's pretty cool. But anyways, it came with, again, the power brick and aftermarket Mad Catz, or no, what is that, high frequency brand RF switch. So like I said, I'm kind of thinking he knew what he was doing, because he has generic cords with his stuff. Usually it doesn't mean he knows what he's doing, but most of the time you'd think if you just bought an old console, they would have the original cords. But anyways, again, not my call to make, but I could say that he was probably knowing what he was doing. But anyway, came with two controllers, one official Nintendo brand one. It is missing the thumbstick pad, which is kind of ugly, but it does work fine. So there's that one. And then you've got a Mad Catz branded one. Also has some wear to the thumbstick, but it's not too bad. And that surprisingly works, because usually aftermarket controllers break over time just from lying around. So that was exciting that that at least worked. So, very nice. Then, the last part from this deal came with 3 GameCube games. Very excited. One's probably going to be an upgrade, one I'm keeping for sure, and one I'll have to sell off because it is player's choice. Wish it wasn't, but I'll probably hopefully find it one day, Black Label. The first one here is the player's choice one, and that is Animal Crossing. Very, very clean shape. All 3 of these games are. Not a scratch on the disc. If there are, they're really, really light. But that also has the memory card with it, the official matching one, and all the poster, or all the throw-in pamphlets and the manual and everything. Very, very clean condition. Very excited to see that in there. That was cool. And then this one will be the one that's probably going to be an upgrade for mine, and that is Mario Kart Double Dash. Very clean. Very cool. Again, has all the stuff in it. The disc looks immaculate, which is really, really cool. And the last one here, which I was excited to see, because I don't have it yet, and I'm really glad I have it now, and that is Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. Very, very nice shape. Again, it is 100% complete. It has all the little pamphlets, the manual, everything. And again, the disc looks great. So that was the sealer right there, was this game, because this one is definitely a higher price one. This is like a $50 game or so. So that was definitely very nice to see in there. Again, I thought $130 was a great deal. Even after the GameCube, come to find out, it doesn't work, I still couldn't complain. Very nice setup of, you know, stuff, and it was really, really cool. So very nice, very awesome. Alright, then I found another thing on Craigslist that same day. Very happy to find this. This one finally works 100%, and I'm really happy. I will switch it out for the one I have, because this one is a very nice shaped console. And that is the original Xbox. Very, very clean. This one has very minimal wear to it. It does have the name Zach carved on the bottom, but I could care less. I'm just really excited because this is one that I finally found one that doesn't have to have the pinhole trick used to open the disc tray. This one opens up by itself, which is a first for me. I hadn't seen one that does that yet, and I'm glad it does, because it definitely helps out in testing games and stuff. So that's very nice condition console. Very cool. Didn't have an AV cord, but that's alright. I do have my own, and I have some aftermarket ones I can put with the one I'm going to get rid of. But anyways, it did come with the power cord and one official controller, which is in very nice shape. It does have the breakaway. It's an aftermarket breakaway, but it works just as well, so I couldn't complain less. I'm gonna, end up selling it off anyway, but at least it has the breakaway cable with it. And this lot came with 25 games, guys, which is incredible. Nothing too fancy, but 25 games, I couldn't complain. especially at the price, which I'll tell you after I show all the games. But anyways, here we go. First one here is Brothers in Arms, Road to Hill 30. That one is missing the manual, but the disc looks pretty good. All these discs look pretty nice. A few scratches here and there, but for the most part they all look like they'll play just fine. I tested a few that looked like they weren't too good, but they gave me some fits, but I got a few of them working, but a couple of them just kind of are iffy. But anyway, next one here is Conflict Desert Storm, Platinum Hits, and that one is complete. EA Sports Madden 2002. The case on this one's pretty crappy, so I'll have to probably fiddle with it to get it back closed, but anyways, that one is complete. There's that one. There's that. I knew I'd have to fiddle with it a little bit because the hinge is broken on it, so it's kind of barely holding together, but anyway. Next one, EA Sports Madden 07. I believe that one is complete as well. Yes, it is. Very nice. There's that. Then you got EA Sports MVP Baseball 2005. That one is missing the manual. It's got some writing over here. I don't know what that was about, but I'm not going to worry about trying to get that out because it will not come off with, you know, Mr. Clean or anything. I'm just going to leave it. Then you got EA Sports Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2004. Very nice shape. Complete. There's that. Then you've got a disc only of Ford versus Chevy. It's in an Xbox 360 case, but there it is. It did have Ford versus Chevy written on the front with Sharpie, but I'm just going to end up taking that disc out and putting it in a CD case, and have a empty Xbox 360 case. And there's no reason to have the name of that game on there if it's not going to be in there anymore. So I took that off. Anyways, you got Lynx Golf 2004. I believe that one feels like, yeah, it's missing the manual. But there's that one. And then we've got another Max Payne for Xbox this time, Platinum Hits. Complete. Then this one's a really fun game, Midnight Club 2. Very cool. Probably my favorite Midnight Club. That one is complete. Then you've got Monster Garage, and I believe this one was one of the ones that was giving me problems. Same with that Midnight Club, by the way. They were kind of scratched, but they I tried getting them working, but they're kind of iffy. But anyways, that one's complete as well. So we'll see. And then this one I have an upgraded case for because this one's just downright awful looking, and that is Project Gotham Racing. It's Platinum Hits, but it's got like a bite mark down here in the corner, and the entire plastic overlay for the case is missing. So the insert's literally taped to the case. So I'm definitely gonna try to fix that one up. But it is complete with the manual, so that's good. So I'll try to doctor that one up. Then we've got Quantum Redshift. Not too bad of a condition. Again, complete. I think a couple of these have some like broken cases. I'm not sure. I didn't really check them, but before doing it, the list here. But next one here is R Racing Evolution. I believe that one is missing the manual. Yes, it is. Not too bad though. So there's that one. Then you've got Rapala Pro Fishing. That one is complete. You've got Rocky, which I heard has some flaws if your disc doesn't work too well, which I've seen before. This one has some scratches to it, but I didn't see any problems with this one, but that one is complete. Then you got a Platinum Hits version of Spider-Man. Complete. Then you've got Starsky and Hutch, which is a terrible game, by the way. I did not enjoy this one. I played this when I was younger, and I just did not like it. I love the movie and the show and stuff, but this game was just horrible. But anyway, it's missing the manual, but whatever. Not too big a deal. Then we've got a Platinum Hits copy of Test Drive, which is also a fun racing game. Yeah, like I said, that was what I was talking about. It's got a hole in the top, but anyways, that one is complete. Very nice. That's a fun one. I used to play that one all the time on PS2, so that's cool. Next one here is Platinum Hits Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon. That one is missing the manual. So yeah, I think like half of these were missing the manual, but it's not too big a deal. Then we've got another Tom Clancy's, and it's Splinter Cell Pandora Tomorrow, which has some water damage to the case, if you can see that, the insert actually. That one's missing the manual as well, but the disc looks pretty good, so that's not bad. Then we got another Platinum Hits game, and that's Tony Hawk's Underground, excuse me. So that's another copy of Tony Hawk's Underground, but this one's the Xbox version. But anyways, that one's complete. Very cool. This one's also a pretty fun game. Definitely check it out if you find it. It's really cool. And that is True Crime Streets of LA. So whether you play on the Cube, PS2, or Xbox, it's on all three versions. So definitely try that one out if you guys like Grand Theft Auto style games, or Saints Row, or anything like that. It's that kind of style. It feels a lot like that if you enjoy this kind of game. So that's very cool. Then we got Wolverine's Revenge. Very nice. That one's complete. And then the last one here, finally, guys, I'm at the bottom of the Xbox games for this lot. But that is Reckless, the Yakuza Missions. That one is complete. So very nice. I ended up paying $35, guys, for this whole lot with the Xbox and all the games, which is incredible. I did not think I could find one on Craigslist like that. That was a really good deal. I could basically say I paid $10 for the console with the controller and the cord, and $1 a piece for the games. So I could not complain at all for $35. That was incredible. So that was very cool to find that on Craigslist. Alright, so now we'll get into all the garage sale stuff, which is quite a bit of stuff. So anyways, my brother and I were looking on Craigslist on Friday night before we were getting ready to go out on Saturday morning, and I saw this one Craigslist ad that said video games and consoles. So out of natural reaction, we were going to go check it out, which was a really good idea because we came out with some stuff. But we were there, and the guy that was running it said, a guy a half hour ago came by and picked up all my Super Nintendo games. And right away I just knew, great, so there's probably not going to be anything left. So we were kind of discouraged at first, but we kept looking around anyways, and I'm glad we did, because the guy that purchased those Super Nintendo games missed some amazing stuff. So anyway, we arrived there about 7. The sale wasn't supposed to open until 7:30, but the guy was open at 6:30, I guess, because he obviously sold stuff. But anyway, I was still happy we went, because we found some pretty cool stuff. So anyways, first thing here, we've got a slim PS2 console here. Very nice condition, very clean. And that came with the power cord, a power brick, AV cords, the official Sony brand black charcoal controller. The rumble doesn't work too well on it. You can still kind of feel it, but it's not as great, but it still works. And then this was cool. It came with 2 extension cables, which I'll keep because they do work. I try to get as many of those as I can. I don't know why, I just pick them up. But then this was the really cool piece that was in there. I was at the bottom of the box. I didn't really see it till I got home. Tyler pointed it out, and I thought this was cool. This is like a $25 piece. And that is a Logitech brand PS2 controller here, wireless. And it did come with the adapter, which is very, very cool. Very cool controller. It actually does feel pretty comfortable for an aftermarket controller. I was really excited to see this because this is a pretty hard to find piece, especially for the dongle. That's the harder to find piece. So very, very cool. But he had $10 on the PS2, guys. That's incredible. That's definitely garage sale pricing right there. So $10, I did not hesitate. I picked that right up. I was really excited for that. And anyways, then he had one Super Nintendo game left. For some reason they didn't pick this one up, but it's not the greatest title anyway. But it was 50 cents. I mean, I couldn't complain at that at all. I have this complete in box, but I don't have a loose copy, so now I do. And that is Hal's Hole-in-One Golf for Super Nintendo, which is not bad. It's not the greatest game ever, but for 50 cents, it's a Super Nintendo title. I couldn't complain at all. But very, very clean. Very happy to find that. That was really cool. So we had that. And then this piece. This is what he had listed in the ad on Craigslist, and this is why I wanted to go up there in the first place. He said he did not have it out at the sale because he was testing it the night before, and the TV connector wasn't working too well for him. It was kind of a fuzzy picture. But I was willing to take the risk on it because I probably won't see another one of these at a garage sale like this anyway. You never know, but you might. It's more of a might not than a might. And this is a really, really cool piece, guys. I don't have one yet. I'm definitely hanging on to this just because of how unique it is. It's definitely vintage. I can consider this vintage because it is pretty old. And But what we have here, guys, is